Hello, Ozee.
Hero. How you doing now?
I'm all right. Welcome to your session.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
I think the last time I don't know if it was the last time we saw, but the last time we interacted was one of the award shows that you were hosting with your brother.
Yeah, that was about, yeah.
And you guys did a pretty damn good job with that.
Thank you.
Pine Awards.
Pine Awards, yeah. I'll be clip that, so if there's any hosting opportunities, I'll let you boy.
No, I think you guys are pretty good hosts, and it's a very good combination. So usually they'll look for a male host and a female host, but now having like twin brothers, like a twin combo.
Yeah, I was about to say two for the price.
Two for the price of no, it's two for the price of two.
Two pieces of value for the price of two.
For the price of two.
I was about no.
There was this particular award show in India. I think Zee Awards, one of the seasons one of the years that I attended. We had these twin Indian brothers. These guys are one of the biggest stars in their combo. Everybody's looking for their combo, so I'm just thinking in that direction.
Those watching, take notes.
But how's it been now? Really?
I'm good, man. It's actually been good. Overwhelming love, but not enough time to like settle and acclimatize. But to me, it's okay. Like, this is kind of like where we were before going into the house. Only difference is just more and more people and a lot more things happening, but it's pretty much the same path that we were walking on before going into the house. Would
you say that your expectations were met?
In the house?
Coming out of the house, before you get into Big Brother house, you have a certain expectation. There's a reason why you decided to go into a reality show. So coming out and seeing the love and everything, honestly, if you were to be honest with yourself, in terms of social media mileage, in terms of the reception you were expecting, were your expectations met?
In terms of the reception I was expecting, I haven't really had a reception because once you come out, you're not out yet. Still straight to work, media rounds, everything. So you're still kind of shielded, which is why I said I don't even think I've touched into reality properly. You've been here today, you have a schedule, you're moving. I haven't even put myself in the outside world, except for, I think I tried to sneak back to my family area just to pick up something, and I was spotted by a few people. And I had to be like, I'll come and see you guys later, because I knew the streets would gather, but that was my first real glimpse, and maybe here and there when people want to take pictures. But for me, I've had a lot of like friends that have been previous housemates, and I've been around as soon as they come out. So I've seen what to expect and how they manage themselves and everything like that. So I already kind of had an idea. So I came out already prepared for whatever was to come. So I've just been embracing it. But this time it's me that people are showing love. Yeah. So yeah, that in itself is overwhelming. It means that I went inside there and won some hearts.
That's good. That's good. So let's address the elephant in the room.
What's the elephant?
How easy is it for an mbadiwe to navigate through life?
That's the elephant?
That's the elephant in the room.
It's not easy. I think, one thing people don't realize is like, in everybody's mind, their own struggles are the worst. And so people take their own struggles and compare theirs to yours, or think that struggle is only if you can't afford something or you don't have access to something. Yes, that is a struggle, but there's other types of struggles. There's pressure, you understand? And this is not to compare myself to anybody. One thing I can't apologize for is certain privileges I have, because people that came before me, were successful in things that they did. But at the same time, those people dedicated their life to public service and trying to do their best to improve their country. So I'm proud of that. But, it also put pressure on me, maybe even self-pressure for myself. Like, hey, I have to maintain or even overcome what they've done, which means I have to either go in this space or do this or do that. But I think where I am now is like, I can still have my own impact without necessarily going into whatever it was they did. All you need is a platform, and then activate that platform successfully. So that was one of my reasons for going into the Big Brother house. I knew it would give me a platform, and then it's now what I do after I get that platform. But to answer your question, it's tough. Everybody has their own struggles. I mean, self-discovery figuring things out, understanding your purpose, and not thinking your purpose is whatever everybody else thinks your purpose should be because of those that came before you.
So do you at any point feel like there's some sort of pressure to go into the political space? I mean, I think you and your brother, you are natural leaders, so leadership is something that comes naturally. But have you ever felt any pressures to sort of continuing the family's legacy?
I did when I was younger because I felt like that was the only way to join those that came before me to have an impact on society. But what I realized is I still could because, you know, from young, I've always known my dad would always tell me, listen, it's not a career path to say I want to be a politician or go into politics or whatever. It's a calling. Sometimes you just end up doing different things in public service that leads you, that it gathers you people that follow you because of what you've done. And next thing you know, they're ushering you for different, and next thing you know, you become one of those. But in 2024, you can still have positive impact on the community with a platform or social media, by just being a recognizable face that people will listen to a message, by being an influencer, by being an entertainer, somebody that if you speak or you put your name to an initiative or try to back something that people will follow you, you don't have to be a policymaker. So I can still have public service impact without necessarily doing that. But if I have to go there, for sure. And the thing is, like, where I am now, like, I actually feel like it's a purpose for me, so I'm open to it.
Okay.
Organically, though.
All right. I like the fact that we've been concentrating on Ozee, but also we can't take away the fact that there were certain things that have happened in the Big Brother house, and then you've come out and there have been certain misconceptions, and there have been a lot of narratives based on different platforms. I know it's also tiring to go from one media house to another, and all they are trying to do is to fish out for information. Oh, do you love this girl, or do X and Y, basically trying to fish out for like information surrounding the house. So what would you say has been the biggest misconception since you got out?
First of all, I feel bad for media houses and people that get to speak to me, and instead of them to tap into the things that I have to offer and have interesting conversations that would bring out major value, we spend it talking about things that I don't even find them interesting because I've said what I said. You know, I tell people, speaking of misconceptions, the cameras, one thing I learned when I came out is the camera shows, but it doesn't see. You know, it's giving you guys a 3D perspective of something entertaining, zooming in where you're supposed to zoom in, focusing on these eyes, creating whatever. I just dealt with things in real time. You know, in the house, you need friends. And so people that were organically drawn to me as friends, I had their back as friends, and that's just how I kept it.
Yeah.
All those things is for entertainment purposes for those on the outside, but you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So what would you like to talk about?
Myself, my experiences. Do you understand? Like, I'm one of those people that there's people that were in the Big Brother house that have watched this thing from start to finish, all seasons. They've applied numerous times, know what to expect before and after, during. Maybe they have a game plan, maybe they don't. All those kinds of things. For me, I was green as this plant over here. I've seen snippets. I know people that have been on there, but if you haven't been on there, like whatever people tell you cannot do justice to the experience. So I went in there a certain way. I wasn't overwhelmed by the experience, but I was shocked. Like, it was a high level production and everything about it was high level. And I went in there thinking like, wow, okay. And then, funny enough, I was talking to my mom the other day, and I was like, the thing about Big Brother is that it creates situations that allow you to showcase your abilities and dig deeper and find more abilities that you didn't know you had. So it's not that it wasn't there, but in your real life, you're not putting yourself in positions to explore those things. But they are every week, almost every day. So for me, I'm a sponge. I'm just soaking up things about myself, things about other people. I'm learning, I'm using other people to learn things about myself, and also the challenges in the house. I'm using them because my thing was, you know, if you want to be on the highest level, in order to know if you're, how would I put it? If you're worthy of being there, you have to go through tests. You know, smooth seas never made a skillful sailor. So to be on the highest level, I need the biggest test. And so this was a very big test. That was why I applied. Like, okay, I feel like I'm ready for this test. So it was, and the social experiment as well. So for me, I don't look at this as, you know, I grew up, I've watched Big Brother in other countries back in the day, initially like in London, and it was different to this. It was completely a social experiment. In fact, it wasn't even fans that voted out housemates. It was the housemates until you got to the end. So I watched it as a real life social experiment where they brought people from different parts of the world and just put them in there and under the eyes of a big brother and saw how they could interact. And you saw people grow, maybe becoming shy and timid because of things that they went through, and all of a sudden start to shine and become stars. But not because of the outside commercial value, which this one has. So a lot of people focus on that. Me, I focus on the actual social experiment. Okay, if I'm going to be in public service or be dealing with things on the highest level, I'm going to have to test myself being in a situation with all kinds of different people, confined space, and just see how that goes. Will I learn about myself? Will they learn about me? What value can I take out from this that I can use for myself after, and I can use to inspire other people? That was my main thing.
And I think it was very evident, you know. I think I also made mention to Ozee that if there was anything I discovered about the mbadiwe twins is that you people displayed leadership, and it was very obvious, you know, and there was a high level of maturity on your part as well. And I think I like the fact that you didn't, because sometimes people might fall into the trap of getting to the house and then there's a misrepresentation of who they are. So you guys went in as who you are and you came out as who you are. No scandal, nothing, just very clean record.
Stay clean, no reason, you know.
Stay clean, no reason.
Exactly. And so it's funny that you said that, because when people ask me if I have a game plan, I try to say no, because the whole point of passing this test is to test myself. So if I had a game plan, then I'm not really testing myself. So that's me failing on the job that I wanted to do. And, you know, Big Brother was 10 weeks, but there's the rest of life.
Of course.
So my rule in there was, don't go in there and make temporary decisions that will cost you permanent pain. Go there and showcase to your family, to the non-believers, even to the believers, like, hey, there's more to these people than meets the eye. Just pay attention, and I feel like we did that.
All right, Ozee, thank you very much for speaking with me.
Appreciate you, bro.
We'll stay in touch, brother.
Of course.
All the best.
There's a lot to do, my brother.
All right, brother.